Knuckle Up, brought to you by Burfield Creative. Welcome to Bar Pavilion with Knuckle Up and the New Breed 6. Hello and welcome once again to the Bar Pavilion for Knuckle Up, the New Breed 6. Now some massive banging fights on the card, including two guys that are going to go toe-to-toe where they're going to stand up. That's Chris Petrie and Jay Mortimer. To be honest, both of them are sitting there saying they're going to keep it on their feet, so we're looking for some big hits on that one. Once again, a firm favourite in Grant Harris. He's actually taken an opponent at very short notice who lost his fighter, so neither of the fighters know much about each other, so that's going to be an interesting one. Once again, a great night ready for the New Breed here at Bath Pavilion.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for Knuckle Up, New Breed 6? We can't hear you. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage the fighters. Here we go.
Still to come on tonight's show, Jay Mortimer versus Chris Petrie, Grant Harris versus Aranis Klimavicius, Sean Purcell versus Craig Bale, Ben Constantine versus Alex Murdoch, Grant Clark versus George Youssef, Chris Barras versus Alex Ward. Like we said, massive fights on the way. Let's have a look at some of the fights happened a bit earlier on our undercard. Tim Wilde versus James Matthews.
Don't really know too much about him, but he's got a bit of a kickboxing background. You know, pretty well rounded, so I'll be pretty ready for whatever comes at me. Stand up with him for a little bit. When it's time to go down, it's time to go down. Hopefully it won't be going the distance. Yeah, if I can get a knockout, I'll get a knockout. If I can tap him out, tap him out. Very quick, powerful, agile on my feet. Got a good ground game, so I'm not scared to fight from back. So yeah, it should be an entertaining fight. Just want to get over and done with now. Just bring it on.
I only found out about this fight 2 weeks ago, so no game plan. I've just I always keep myself like ready to fight kind of thing. So I haven't got no specific strength. Train all aspects of MMA, and this is my debut fight, like, so I'm really looking to make a mark and start moving up the ladder. Hopefully. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, I'm ready to fight, ready to go. I want a war. I'm looking forward to it.
We join the action in the first round.
Yeah, both really just having a look. No one really committing at the moment, Pierre.
Yeah, well, in traditional Thai boxing, the first round is generally a filling out process. However, Matthews there trying to push the pace. Ooh, good jab there by Wilde.
So generally the UTC guys would be more sort of what you call shiny pants kickboxing rather than Muay Thai.
Superman punch into the entry. Beautiful. However, immediately the Gods of War fighter James Matthews looking to secure a double leg.
As soon as Tim Wilde stepped in there with some shots, James Matthews looked to want to take it to the floor.
Now, that was a good Superman punch. I couldn't quite see from our vantage point whether or not it connected. Now, James Wilde looking for a leg reap. Scores on that. However, he ends in the guard of Wilde. Now we'll get to see the groundwork from both fighters.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked a lot about the stand-up between these two gyms. Both gyms very well known for the groundwork as well. Good MMA gyms.
And in today's evolvement of the sport, you have to be good at both because there's no longer just gyms that are training specifically kickboxing with sprawls. You got to know the whole puzzle. And that puzzle today is mixed martial arts. You have James Matthews throwing body head, trying to soften him up, possibly trying to get the open guard, which Tim Wilde does. However, Matthews doesn't make a move to posture up. He's content to stay very close quarters. However, beautiful.
I was just going to say, he's allowing Tim Wilde to use the cage to maneuver himself around. He should have really been stacking him into the cage to work, if he wanted to work that ground and pound. Instead, look at that, he's giving away position. And this could be a very bad place for James Matthews. Looking solid, Tim Wilde, with his control.
And that's over, I believe, in the tap out there.
That is.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both gladiators here.
That was a great win there for Tim Wilde. Tim Wilde there seemed to take control when the fight went to the floor, Pierre. Very even with both of them on the stand-up, both sort of having a look at each other. They got it to the floor, and the positioning, once he managed to reverse against the cage, it was completely one-sided.
Steve Lewis versus Reece Parker.
Yeah, can't wait. Done a lot of preparation, so it's come around now, and yeah, looking forward to it. Also, I mean, he's obviously used to the amateur rules, so maybe his hands are a little bit low. He's not used to the head strikes. That's something that I said I want to take to him now, and yeah, I think that maybe nerves will play a part of it, and I can take advantage of those. You can't have a game plan for the whole fight, because I mean, things change. You don't know your opponent. You can't judge a book by its cover. He could be strong at the points that I thought he was weak at. So I mean, I've got a rounded game. So I mean, I go in there with my head, take my fight to the game. But if it doesn't happen, I'm ready to fight however it comes. Well, hope for the win. Don't really be too confident, but yeah, I'd hope so.
I'm Reece Parker, and independent fighter. Wow, I don't really know a lot about my opponent, but I saw one of his fights and he is a banger, but I'm just not going to let him control the fight tonight. You've got to train on the ground as well, just in case, so I train all round, so I'm pretty much ready for anything. First round TKO.
We join the action in the first round.
So Ian, Steve Lewis in the green colored shorts fighting Reece Parker, who is in the black shorts. Now, both of these guys we talked to earlier, and both of these guys are fighting independent. So they're pretty much in charge of their own training, try to get help from outside gyms. However, do you feel that that is a negative or a positive?
No, well, I think the difference, Steve Lewis is fighting independently, but he's moved to a different gym. He was with a gym, he wasn't happy with that gym. I asked him why. His only answer was, you know, when you've been swamboed, which I'm not really understand. However, he's gone to a different gym now. He's with the Artillery Combat Academy. He's very happy with them.
Big, huge head-high kick by Reece Parker. Now, talking about Reece Parker, he's got a record of 4-2. He's won 3 in the first round, all by strikes. So he said, however, that I've really concentrated on my ground game, and we're going to get to see that right here. Beautiful, beautiful turn of events right there. Reversal by Reece.
You could see the balance starting to go there. Now, so yeah, so you could see the reversal starting to go there. Now, when I spoke to Steve Lewis earlier, both these guys have got very equal records, 4-2-0. However, Steve Lewis has won his fights by submission, even though he says he likes to be a stand-up fighter. Now, that seems to suggest the stand-up fighter who ends up on his back a fair bit, but look at him now. He's got the mount position.
Lewis is raining down blows. Now, it was a quick reversal, first by Reece, now by Lewis. Lewis finds himself in that top mount position. Now, look at his feet. His feet are curled, keeping a very good base, pushing down on the face, looking to soften him up here in the first.
He's doing just the right thing there, moving him away from the cage. I think once you pass guard, get away from the cage, because the guy can use that to escape. He can bridge up. Now he's in the middle of the cage. Reece has got to do something here or the fight could be stopped.
Now, you look in here, Lewis is cupping the back of the head, possibly looking to do a push through for a triangle, maybe an arm bar. Now, also, remember, fighter safety is paramount here at the New Breed. The ref can call it if there is a lack of defense, intelligent defense by the bottom man.
That's right. None of these really getting through at the moment, you know, the occasional shot, but he's not intelligently defending himself. That is the right decision, a good decision there from the referee.
Fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
Carl Francis versus Tim Chadwick.
Yeah, really fired up and training really hard. Just saw my opponent then, really got the juices flowing. Looking forward to a good tear-up. I'm quite confident moving down a weight class from what I've been at before. The videos that he's seen of me, I'm a completely different fighter, so they're totally irrelevant. So I guess we'll just see who brings it on the day. Really heavy-handed, but I'm also a really good wrestler and solid jiu-jitsu, so I think from my point of view, big strikes, setting up takedowns, some slams, just generally try and manhandle him around the cage. You know, I've trained really hard, I've moved down the weight class like I said, so I spent pretty much a month locked in the gym, 4 or 5 hours a day, you know, it's not going to be a wasted effort. Yeah, I'm going to knock him out.
My name's Cal Francis, I'm fighting out of Fightworks Academy in Turkey. I know a little bit, and I've caught a video of him on my computer. One of them I've had a little watch, but I've heard he's had a few fights, so I won't take too much from it. I'm ready to go. This is my first fight, so I'm ready just to go in there. I mean, I'm as ready as I've ever been. I'm very, very well rounded. I can stand, I'm good on the ground. Everything wherever it goes, even on my back, even on top, I'm ready. I wasn't going to come out, and wherever the fight takes me, I think I'll be better than him and be ready to do the business.
Knuckle Up, brought to you by Burfield Creative.